Divine Feminine, this message is for you. I heard the song that I channeled in the previous reading that just premiered, and I heard, I don't know, but I think you better watch your man because he's doing what nobody else can. You can't turn your back for a minute. Somebody's watching your man, they're clocking your man, something like that. That's a lyric from the song Climax. It's an old school jam. It's one of my favorite songs. I got a meeting in the ladies' room. So there's a meeting amongst ladies. One thing that Divine Feminine knows: one, we don't clock no man. Two, we're not spying on you. Three, if you're doing us dirty, Divine is going to show us in a dream, or we're just going to get an intuitive nudge. And four, you will never see it coming because a woman's worth is when she's fed up. It ain't a damn thing you could do about it. Come on in, ladies. Let's have a chat. Let's sit down. Let's chit chat on a high frequency. I am my sister's keeper. I'm definitely for divine feminine energy. I don't go against divine feminine energy. I love that for us. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning back, welcome back. To all of the divine masculines, you don't have to exit the chat. In fact, we want to invite you in. You need to know what it is that we talk about from start to finish, but there really is no end to it because feminine energy is so extensive, it's so layered, it's so mysterious. And one thing about a divine feminine, you will never figure her out. So don't even attempt to. That should not be one of your life goals. That's just the way that God created us. With that being said, in all due respect, let's tap into this energy. So somebody is watching your man, clocking your man. Yeah, because they're trying to throw that thing in a circle. I cannot make it up. You got the King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, and you got the devil's energy, okay? She's a devil. She's a karmic little feminine. She hates feminine energy. She's a rebel. Yeah, she doesn't want to do anything else. Somebody's watching your man, they're clocking your man. But see, this is the thing about divine masculines that are really committed, the real emperors. We got the kind of man they can't get next to. Baby, I'm not about to look for you. I'm not hunting you down. I'm not the jealous type. I'm just not that one. Listen, come on in, Holy Spirit. What's going on? Show me this person that's watching divine masculine. Somebody's watching your man obsessively, child, with the 10% of reverse, smells like a Jezebel. Could also be a karmic masculine. You know, you got a lot of switch hitters out here that like to switch it up, that could be watching your divine masculine. He's single, he's available, right? But that's your man. That's somebody that you've manifested by way of your manifestations. You manifested a divine man and he's coming in, and you can't turn your back for a minute, or somebody's trying to take your man. Trying is the key word. Real grown men don't cheat. Real grown men can't be taken, not away from a divine feminine. They'll tell you in a minute, oh, my wife. They'll hit you with that. So if you're a woman that's giving a man a hint and you want to know if he's available or taken, when he hits you with the, oh, my wife, that's his way of saying, yeah, I got a good woman at home. I'm not about to mess that up. You're cute, though. You're cute, and I'm flattered, but I'm taking my ass home to the house. I love that. Listen, you got the lovers and you got the 9 of Pentacles, okay? Clarify, 10% of reverse. You got people obsessively trying to watch your man and figure out who the hell are you with. You got the 9 of Cups. Somebody is happy. Somebody's single and self-sufficient. With the 9 of Cups and the lovers as in plural, somebody has options in love. So that's nice. But 10% of reverse could also be a man that has overcome something that maybe held him back in his past by way of his lower nature. Okay, that could be sexual, that could be lust, okay, something like that. But somebody is single, they're in their wish fulfillment, they have options. This is a high profile man in a spiritual way. He knows the value of his spirit, okay? The 2 of Swords, something about a choice needing to be made, okay? So somebody wants somebody to be confused about who's their divine feminine. But the fact of the matter is, somebody's abandoning somebody. A choice has already been made. So 5 of Pentacles, okay? So you have somebody that's still trying to pursue a divine feminine's divine masculine. Even if you're not in connection with this person yet, divine feminine, this is your man. This is the way the universe is lining up the timeline. So this is your person. So this could be somebody going through this that you've yet to meet in the physical. Yet is the key word, because this person is coming towards you. You're going to see this person and you'll know them by their essence. That's what I just heard, because they too are manifesting you. So when your manifestations line up with the divine feminine and that goes out into the ethers, it signals divine love on a high frequency. So these two people have to come together. Two of Swords, there's no confusion here. This man has made a decision. Five of Pentacles, he's leaving somebody out in the cold. Whoever this woman is in the past, she's very obsessed with him. Okay, clarify. The Knight of Wands, it's the sex. Okay, something was passionate. Something was lustful, but there was no love in it. This is what he's saying. I'm not here to say what people share on an intimate level. Maybe something felt good. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he hit her spot. Who knows? Maybe there were multiple orgasms. Maybe they said things in the moment of lust. But once the dust settled and the sex was over, somebody is like, yeah, nah, I'm good. Okay. Yeah, this is weird energy. Something about somebody obsessively being I don't know. There's a lot of sex here. This could be sexual addiction. What's temperance in the reverse? Addiction with the Knight of Wands. Sex addiction. Okay. The Magician. Some sex magic was being done. What's the Magician and the Knight of Wands and temperance in the reverse? This man is saying, I manifested this. I need to be more careful with how I manifest. This person says, I need to be very, very specific about the kind of feminine I want to be with. He could have manifested an overly sexual woman because that's what he wanted. I just want somebody to have sex with. I just want to have sex, whatever, based on whatever his agreement was with his lower self. But once he ascended, whatever went along with that manifestation had to go. He put a barrier between this person. He could have told this person, like, I don't want to have sex. Yeah. Something was too readily available. You know, men are natural hunters. Anything they get too much of, sometimes, depending on the evolution of where they're at, it just becomes boring. Okay. And I feel like the sex was good because somebody was having a lot of it. But something happened in here. Something happened. What happened? Yeah, I just heard you got to be good for something more than just laying on your back. Yeah. Somebody might lack conversation or common sense. Okay. It's something like that. Somebody's like got a nice body. They know what to do in the bedroom that's feminine. Okay. Seven of Pentacles. He had a lot of sex with this person unprotected. So he created a soul tie. But now he's made a decision because with the Two of Swords and the Lovers, he's got options, but he's choosing the Nine of Pentacles, which represents being single as a mother freaking Pringle. Somebody's as single as a dollar bill and they're happy that way. I love it. I love this for them. So, divine feminine, when you turn your back, somebody's watching your man, they're clocking your man, but your back is turned going towards your north node. This man knows he has to catch up to get to you. That's good. In pursuit of you. That's beautiful, but attracting you at the same time, pursuing his attractions, because we don't chase, but we have to make ourselves available for what it is we manifested. You can't be praying for love and then you stay in the house all the time. Like, you gotta take your ass out. Like, go to the coffee shop. Maybe he's there. I don't know. Whatever it is, sometimes it's just good camaraderie and conversation. It doesn't always have to lead to being in the bed, but he's following you. You're pursuing your Ten of Pentacles. Come through. It's a high value woman, somebody worth having, somebody that a man will show his gratitude to. He doesn't want whatever this is. He's already made a decision with the Two of Swords. Clarify. Yeah, I can't make this up. Where's Divine Feminine? She's in the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. This man is literally catching up to get to you. You know how when a man is in pursuit of a woman in a healthy way, it's a chase, but he's chasing his attractions. He knows right off the bat, okay, this is her, right? Yeah, you got your boundaries respectfully. Yeah, he knows he can't just come over here doing any old thing. Right. You can't just come throwing that thing around. I don't give a damn if it's 2 inches from the floor. We are not sexually driven to what it is you got between your legs. Instead, we're more concerned about what you got in between your ears. Where's your soul at? Are you connected to the Most High God? Oh, we will know. Yeah, I can't make this up. You got the King of Cups in the reverse, okay? So somebody has a history of being emotionally manipulative. This person will admit that. What's the King of Cups in the reverse? Okay? Somebody's got a lot of women that's like all after them because of their wand. Somebody's mastered satisfying women in the bed, but emotionally is something that this man still needs to strive to be or strive to do. And right now, I feel like he recognizes this about himself. That's good. Nine of Pentacles, because he's single. He's saying, let me look at myself, let me back up. And lovers, he's got an ample amount of women that are ready or at beck and call to come to him. If he snaps his finger or he throws that wand out there, honey, they can smell it from a mile away. These are hunter ass women. They're insatiable appetite ass women, okay? They can't get enough of that Ace of Wands. But the King of Cups in the reverse, somebody needs to emotionally master themselves. He has a past of being an emotional manipulator, and he's emotionally disconnected from people where there was never any like emotions, okay? So something was very sexual. What's the King of Cups in the reverse? Because I feel like he's going towards the divine. Yeah, he is. Yeah. It's somebody that's ready for love. That's why. He's saying the reason why I was the King of Cups in the reverse is because I never really gave my emotions to these women or this woman or whatever he's got going on. So it's like maybe these were friends with benefits. Maybe somebody didn't want to be tied down. Maybe they were very honest from the gate. And there were women that were comfortable with that. Okay. These women are still watching your man. But now that he's going within, so the King of Cups in the reverse is him not having emotions for people that he doesn't see a future with. It's not the Ten of Cups, but he's going towards the divine with the Two of Cups. This man is calling out to something that means more than sex. He's mastered sex. I mean, he knows how to please a woman, or at least the ones that he's been with. But a divine feminine, yeah, you got to come correct. You might as well just put that thing away. Have a real soul connection with this woman, because I promise you, your D is not going to get you what it is you think it's going to get you. And these are not my words. This is what I feel he's admitting to himself in that Nine of Pentacles. This man needs to be single. He's not interested. In fact, he could be bored with a version of himself that catered to women who are very lustful. He's looking at something else. The Three of Wands. He's moving forward. He's single though. And the real divine feminine is in her Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. So whoever you are, divine feminine, you're self-sufficient. Okay? You have everything that you need. You don't lack anything. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. He's trying to catch up to this chariot. Divine feminine is on the move. You on the move, divine feminine. Okay. You on the move, moving around, handling your business. Okay. You got the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles by yourself. Yeah, because you're the Empress. What else? Okay. Listen. Of course you are. You're moving around. You're not sitting on your hands. And this person is saying, I want to be your man, honey. The King of Pentacles to the King of Swords to the Hierophant. Honey, this is a high level commitment. He is coming up as all the kings, honey. King of Wands, King of Swords, King of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. This man also knows that you have choices. Good ones, okay? Yeah, it's your stance. It's the way that you move. But you're focused on your work, divine feminine. I love it. I love that. Okay. I love that for us. I really do. I resonate. Clarify the Eight of Pentacles. You're focused on your work. Yeah, look, and you're leaving some stuff behind. You've left behind a version of yourself that you just are not interested in. Okay. Yeah, the Empress has a past. Yes, the Empress has been hurt. But when you get to Empress status, that means that you're counting it all joy. It's all good. Everything has led you up to this best version of yourself. And so, how could that be bad at any given time? Yeah, somebody is like, ooh, I want to be your man. Queen of Pentacles is such a beautiful energy. You know, a Queen of Pentacles is grounded. She's happy. Her home is warm when you walk into her home. And if she allows you to cross her threshold, which is a sacred space, you immediately feel that healing. You can feel the groundedness. Queen of Pentacles is mothering but stern. She stands on business. She prides herself on her divine ethics, and nothing can come along and change that without her higher self granting her permission. She's always obedient to her higher self. She never takes the low route. She doesn't think about people that have hurt her. She simply moves on, knowing that everything comes into balance at some point. Queen of Pentacles is very powerful energy, and her stability is her main focus. Creating a healthy, comfortable environment. 10 of Pentacles, financially stable. 10 of Cups, a beautiful home. Queen of Pentacles is always buying something for her house, right? A plant, some flowers, a picture, but she's not materialistic, right? She's not chasing material things. She knows that everything is in alignment, and what she has, she takes really good care of it. I love this for the divine feminine. Clarify what's going on, Holy Spirit. Divine masculine, where you at? Yeah, the 8 of Wands in the reverse. Divine masculine is not communicating with the Jezebels from the past. Okay, divine masculine. 8 of Wands in the reverse, baby, he got a block list that deserves to be studied, pictures and videos and remember when and all of this, and he's not interested. The King of Cups in the reverse, he's emotionally removed himself from people that he doesn't see a future with. That's honestly a gift, and I'm going to tell you why. When you're in a relationship with somebody and they are giving you signs that they don't want to be with you anymore, that's also a gift. That's really a gift. You know why? Because who wants to waste time with somebody that's not interested in them? Maybe he used to like a certain caliber of women, a certain kind of woman, but now his appetite has changed. Because the closer you get to the divine, you become a better version of yourself. And what holds value is something that can't be bought. It's something that can't be just created out of thin air. 8 of Pentacles, you have to work on your inner man, your inner woman in order to maintain stability. Yeah. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. Somebody's thinking about the house, the dog, some children, no children. Somebody wants to be a good husband. That's a beautiful achievement. And somebody wants to do it with the right person. Yeah, this person was getting it in though, okay? Knight of Wands, 10% of reverse. Yeah, somebody was having a lot of sex. A lot of fun nights, couple of one night stands, okay? Something like that. 5 of Swords in the reverse. This person doesn't want to be sneaky anymore. Okay, broke a couple of hearts, created some illusions, but he's got a lot of options, okay? 7 of Cups is about exploring your options, okay? This is somebody that's coming in to be the best version of themselves. They're not coming in with any ulterior motives. I love that for the Empress. Every time you turn your back, though, somebody's trying to get in touch with your man. Somebody's coming in with the Ace of Swords. Somebody's like, look, I want a wife. I remember one time I went on a date, y'all, just a little commercial break, little story time there, if you will. I went on a date. It was so nice. And we were sitting in a restaurant, and this guy was like ex-military. He was so handsome, so fine. And I was in like my mid-20s at the time. And he says to me, he goes, look, I'm going to just tell you right up and down. I'm looking for a wife, and I feel like you're wife material. And I was 25. I was at like doing my thing. I was working for the LA Times. I was like the number one salesperson. I was like having a good time. I didn't have any children. I was fresh out of college. Like I had things going on. I'm like, wife? I'm like, I froze. I got scared. I abandoned him. I ran. I hadn't dealt with some traumas, and I didn't know. Like I had seen people's marriage dynamics, and I hadn't really seen a beautiful marriage, and I was like, oh my God, that's a good marriage. So in my mind, I was like, I don't ever want to be married. I never said I wanted to be married, right? I ran from him. I ran. He was a good guy, but he was 10 years older than me, and he was ready. He had gotten some things out of his system, right? I was still like doing my thing. I was still like, man, I was having a good time. I was modeling. I was just hanging out. I was having a real good time. And I remember him saying that to me on a date. And he told me, he says, right before I ended things with him, it was so respectful. the way the relationship dissolved itself. He said to me, he says, remember, he says, if a man really wants to be with you, he knows what he wants right away. It doesn't take him a year, 2 years, 10 years, whatever he knows. He dropped that gem on me. Now, later in my life, I would meet other men that were looking for wives, and they gave me wisdom. The relationships dissolved beautifully. Okay. They gave me wisdom. Another guy told me, he says, listen, if a man don't buy you a ring that I can see from across the street, that ain't your man. He said, you deserve that. I was like, oh, that's so nice. I'm so happy about that. But these real men gave me some gems. They gave me the game. And then I had really good fathers, you know what I mean, that would drop those gems on me and tell me certain things. Yeah. I had male friends that I had never slept with. They were just my friends, right? So I always had that male intervention. Fast forward, that was just a little story time. But if a man wants you to take you as a wife, he's assuming responsibility to protect you, to guide you, right? Moral of the story is don't build no relationship on lust. It's so good you can't let it go. Okay, once all the dust settles, that's the only penis you can be with for the rest of your life. And I'm not here to say that's a bad thing, but you have to know that people change. If you meet somebody when you're 19 and you stay with them until you're 35, you have to know that a lot of things have transpired by way of change. You grow with somebody. People are not the same and they shouldn't be required to be the same. So, unfortunately, a lot of marriages get dissolved out of the illusion of what they think it is. Marriage has nothing to do with intimacy, marriage has everything to do with business. Marriage is a business contract, it's about assets, homeowners insurance, insurance policies, car insurance, bills, clothes. It's like that's the marriage end of it. It's very worldly. It has nothing to do with love. It can't bind somebody to you to make them faithful. What are you going to do? Run up in somebody's face and say, that's my man. I got paperwork on him. That's fine. If he wants to be faithful to you, he'll be faithful to you. If you want to be faithful to him, he'll be faithful to you. And you don't need a piece of paper to do that. Some people just have life partners. They never sign any paperwork. They have things that they've earned together. They have assets. But marriage is very binding. And if you knew the spiritual aspects behind it, I encourage you to do the research. You'll find that it's very ritualistic. The veiling of the woman's beauty during a marriage ceremony is very, very ritualistic. So you need to be mindful who you're going into these spiritual contracts with because they are binding, right? Needless to say, you got the Seven of Wands, okay? Seven of Wands. You got a lot of guys that want to talk to you, but you got your sword up. Divine Feminine. Okay, so you're not playing. Yeah, Seven of Wands. You got some men here that want to get to know you. All right, Empress. So this man knows that. The Page of Pentacles, okay? What's the Page of Pentacles? Some of you could be mothers. Some of these, yeah, something like that. You got emperors that want to get with you. Seven of Wands is a lot of people wanting to get into your energy, get to know you. Good intentions, though. These are men that have ascended. Good guys here, y'all. These are really good guys. I like it. I love that. I love a good quality man for a good quality woman. That's beautiful. I love that. I love when I see love, when I see people genuinely in love, and I'm an empath, so I can feel if it's something that's going to last, even though I don't tell people that. I'm like, oh, and then I just speak a prayer. I hope God keeps y'all together and y'all be kind to each other. That makes me happy. I feel like Cupid sometimes, pulling my Cupid's bow, you know what I mean? Making sure they keep that love going. Listen, you got the Page of Pentacles. I just heard from a boy to a man, ascension. Yeah, these are men that have I mean, their past is not pretty. Some of them have been hurt though by women that they really wanted to love. Some of these are really good, innocent men. Not all of them were once dogs, but some of them dogged out some women because of their own insecurities. Okay. Yeah, somebody's coming in with a soulmate contract. The Four of Wands. Oh, I love it. Four of Wands is celebrations. Could be a ceremony where you commit your love to somebody. Okay, you read some vows and you make some beautiful divine promises by way of divine providence. Thank you, Spirit. What else is going on? Everybody's watching your man, honey, and he is telling people, this man is real selective with the Ace of Cups. He doesn't want to reconcile with anybody from the past. He could have women reaching out from the past that want to get back with him, but the Ace of Cups is in the reverse. The Eight of Wands is in the reverse. He could be blocking people. Somebody could block somebody on their phone, blocking them on social media, blocking that ass out mentally. Somebody's got somebody blocked on a spiritual level. This man is like, nah, I'm good. I know what I want. Something is over. Sometimes it's just over. You just got to let that go. 10% of reverse, though. You got people that are obsessed over the sex, okay? The illusions of sex and intimacy. Yeah, you got women that are really sad. 5 of Cups, okay? Clarify these karmic women. What's going on with the star? Somebody's watching this person. The star. This man could be a divine masculine in the public eye. What's the 5 of Cups? They missed an opportunity. One of these women cheated on this man, okay? He could have filed for divorce with justice. There's a man in the public eye. There's an emperor here in the public eye, a star. Somebody's watching him, or they're watching him shine. And they're sad because they know they let a good guy get away. Damn. Yeah. That's that Jezebel cry. Clarify the 5 of Cups. What's going on here, Spirit? The Queen of Swords energy and strength. Yeah, it's crazy. That's crazy. Somebody wanted to dominate this man. Queen of Swords and strength. That's somebody that talks over a man. They don't really want to hear what he has to say. They don't care what he has to say. They just want to control him. This could have been a woman that outsmarted herself. She made this man feel like she didn't want him. There's a difference when you need somebody and you want somebody. She made him feel unwanted. It's a good guy out here that was committed, got a divorce, and this woman thought that they would reconcile with the Ace of Cups in the reverse. He's like, no, I'm good. Somebody grew up. That's a good relationship, though. That relationship was instrumental and has really prepared him for a serious commitment. He now knows exactly what he wants. Okay? This woman wanted to dominate him. There should always be equal give and take, you know. Yeah, some of these men, they want quiet women. They don't want you to talk. They don't want you to say nothing. Well, that's not the woman for you. There's some quiet ass women that'll just sit there. They won't move. They'll just stay in the house and they'll just cater to you. And for some people, that works. Okay, depending on how your life is set up. But equal give and take is two people that are not intimidated, nor are they in competition with one another because they're both showing up as the best versions of themselves. The Empress and the Emperor. It goes without saying. You can feel it energetically. That's what's up. Clarify, Holy Spirit. What's going on here? Yeah, the Page of Cups energy. What's the Page of Cups, Holy Spirit? I just heard leaving immature things behind with the Page of Cups. Yeah, you got some sneaky ass women out here. 7 of Swords and the Page of Cups. You got women that are trying to apologize or trying to emotionally manipulate this man into coming back. The Ace of Cups. Do they know that they're blocked? If they're sending him text messages, he's not getting it. 8 of Wands in the reverse is like chopping, cutting. Pass me the shears. I'm about to cut the line. Somebody's cutting the line and cutting communication. Somebody's not sending anybody any false illusions that there's a chance that they're going to get back together. So somebody's just out here delusional. Okay. What's up with these men in the past by way of the divine feminine? 9 of Pentacles. They see you as self-sufficient and they're still very much attracted to you. So divine feminine, you got men from your past that see you as independent, self-sufficient, and very attractive. Okay. Everybody's got a backstory. The Hangman in the reverse. Oh man. You got a lot of men in regret that they sacrificed this relationship. They were stubborn. They didn't want you to be confident. These are men that wanted to beat down your confidence. Okay. This could have been like, I don't know, just trying to beat down your confidence is what I just saw. Stubborn individuals, but they know that you are that one. They know it. They see it. The Hermit, you're minding your business. You always stay to yourself. You don't have to be out there like that. You're a popular loner and you're very selective about who you deal with. The Page of Wands. Your take on things is that these men from your past are still immature and you're not interested. Yeah. It looks like 8 of Pentacles, Ace of Wands is the main energy right here. You got 2 people focused on their work, self-improvement, being the best version of themselves, and both of you are striving to the 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. I feel like you already have the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups with the 9 to the 10 and the 9 of Cups to the 9. That's some beautiful energy. The Chariot has motion, though. It's moving forward. That's what I see. Anything else? Anything else? Yeah, I can't make this up. So, what exactly are people saying for both divine feminine and divine masculine? Well, they're all still watching. They don't miss a day to watch, but they're watching you be in the Six of Swords and sail to calmer waters. Basically, moving towards what it is that you deserve based on your value. Eight of Cups, man, somebody is moving on their pathway. I love that. So, this is the message as we close this door with all due respect. Spiritual court continues to be in session, but Cosmic Court has decided, and Cosmic Court supersedes Spiritual Court. Cosmic Court has put you in the 10. The 10 gets you in. The 10 is a win. The 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups with the 2 of Cups and the Ace of Wands and the King and Queen of Pentacles. The star energy, King and Queen of Wands in the upright. Emperor to the Empress, the 4 of Wands, and that's justice with the Ace of Swords. Oh man, I love it. I love this. Well, this is the message, okay? Successfully, I feel like I like the way this reading turned out. If this resonated with you, please like, love, share. I will be back to do more readings, and I'll see you soon. Until then, peace be with you.